It's episode 47 of the Creative Train podcast. I had the pleasure of attending the wedding of one of my former music students this past weekend. He's a brilliant actor, a musician, and a genuine good old soul. He's a performer through and through, and I could not even imagine there ever being a dull moment around my friend Jack. But Jack still has a day job like so many other artists. And despite his skills, abilities, and achievements and his wonderful character, it just seems unfair. Have you ever met someone so talented you can't even imagine them at a desk job? But that's the reality facing virtually all artists. So why do we keep doing the things we do? Why do we put ourselves through that? Well, what else are we going to do? All aboard? During his speech, my friend brought up a conversation he had with one of his other former educators who also happened to be in attendance. And he asked him, how are you still so passionate about working and teaching in the arts? And his reply was, well, Jack, what else are we going to do? And this rang like a bell inside my head and heart because I felt that too. I can't not feel it, actually. While some folks look forward to going places, seeing new things, and getting away from their house whenever they have free time at their disposal, I'm pretty much the opposite. I'll plan for days what I hope to get done with my free time at home, not going anywhere I don't absolutely have to, but to enjoy my recreation or recreation at home in my studio space, doing the things that have inspired me and fulfill my creative desires. Some might call that selfish, but I have to spend my time wisely between doing the things that I must do and the things that I really want to do. In episode 46, I spoke about the distinction I believe there is between the artist and the crafter mindset. The crafter emulates, copies, or recreates from established patterns, and the artist seeks to only create from their own unique vision. Neither one is superior, as both bring joy to the mind and the hands at work, and I can't really speak for how the crafter thinks about their motivations. But as an artist, I can assure you that my mind is never off my creative goals for more than maybe 10 seconds at a time during any given day. It's a constant cycle of visioning, expectation, inspiration, jotting notes, imagining melodies and harmonies, colors and textures, and of course, also flavors. And it's fun when I talk to other artists about mindset and approach that they have with their art, that the same thing always comes up. And it's actually very heartening to know that there's others so passionate about creating art, and they all secretly think they might be a little bit weird or that people might think that they're weird, but that doesn't matter to us. But we're trying to bring joy and beauty into this world. We can share stories and laugh with and at each other as we all seem to live our days on that same high wire act of balancing art and life. Because what else are we going to do? We're simply not able to sit idly by and hope that we get to see or do something interesting today. No, it's a constant reorganizing of our thoughts, a minute-to-minute cycle of concept, visualizing, anticipating, and planning. In between those moments, we can sometimes do pretty okay at the day job too. But this is the difference between the hobbyist and the artist. One uses art as a way to pass some free time. They can often forget about their pursuits for days at a time. They usually don't dedicate time and energy to practice, and often they see their success as being able to follow the instructions and achieve the result shown on the proverbial box. On the other hand, artists are in a relentless pursuit of originality, to take the visions and the sounds and the flavors they can only imagine today and turn them into impactful, memorable things of beauty and lasting impression for tomorrow and the tomorrows after that. Again, do what you will. Not everyone carries that same motivation that the other has, and neither should we expect each other to really even want to. So why do we allow ourselves to be so completely, fully consumed with our creative pursuits? Why do we feel so deeply about our creations to the point that we border on depression if we feel our creative flow is blocked? Why do we as artists become so reclusive and introverted when inspiration takes hold of our imagination and we know we have to get to work? Because what else are we going to do? Yeah, it's no small thing to an artist to feel their almost responsibility to bring beauty into the world. And whether it is clothing or dance or poetry or music, or I do glass art, or food, you feel motivated that you have to do this because the world is lacking something that you feel you've got inside of you. And it's not that you feel you're better than anyone that you have to do that. It's just that you feel so passionate about having imagined something, and you have the skills and the wherewithal to make it a reality. There's your pep talk. Now go get to work.